Hello, welcome to another episode of HellFire Club Podcast. This is episode 28. I'm Majid,
I'm Arturo.
and this week it was your pick, right?
Yeah, so I picked Insidious, and I guess kind of the reason why I picked it too is because we saw Annabelle not too long ago, and I feel like what kickstarted that all those movies, was Insidious. So, and it's James Wan, like the whole James Wan run, you know. Well, I mean, he did Saw or whatever, but I'm talking about like these kind of movies right here, like Conjuring, Insidious, Annabelle.
Yeah, they to me, like, they all blend together pretty much.
Yeah, they're all kind of the same style, same. They all they have like to do with kind of demons and ghosts, I guess. That's kind of that type of universe, realm, or whatever. So I don't think I've seen this since. I saw it maybe again a few years ago. I saw it in the theaters when it came out, and then I think I saw it again, like just to, because I was gonna watch the sequel in the theaters.
Yeah.
So I think just to kind of refresh, when I watched it again. But it had been a while though, so at least like I don't know, 3 years, 4 years maybe.
So
Since I've seen it.
at first I didn't think I saw this movie.
Oh really?
Until like the ending.
And then
Then I was like, oh, I did see this movie.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Or did you only just see that part, or what?
No, I think I saw
The whole thing.
the whole thing, but I.
You just forgot.
So yeah. So
Okay.
if that's kind of.
Oh no! Part of it, I was like, "Oh, you hadn't seen it yet, so let's just watch it."
Yeah, I think I told you. What was that other movie?
Sinister.
Was that the one with the kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought Sinister was this one at first.
Mm.
Because, like, when I was watching Sinister, and I was like, oh, dude, when are they going to go to, like, that other...
To the
other realm.
The upside down?
The darkness.
Yeah.
I think that's why, like, all these movies... Like, I get confused with which one's which. And then, like, when Sinister was, like, kind of like kids just killing their parents... I was like, oh snap, dude, this was actually a legit movie.
Yeah. Sinister's good. Sinister 2 sucks, but it has some of that, like, into the other realm shit, but that is a complete waste of money. Don't go watch that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't know if some people liked it or not, but just from everybody I like went to go watch it with, and I was
They
like,
didn't
dude,
like it?
It was whack. Especially because the first one was solid. And it had Ethan Hawke and.
Yeah, the first one is. I mean, we're supposed to be talking about.
Yeah.
Insidious,
Well, we're gonna get into
it. But Sinister, what I liked was it was kind of different. It was where. It wasn't very like. What is it? Supernatural-ish.
Mm-hmm.
As much as like was it?
This was.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is for sure has that supernatural. Yeah, but the second one kind of does. The second one, they're straight like ghosts, like interacting with each other, like kids, like ghost kids, and I'm telling you, the second one will probably piss you off. But the first one was, yeah, like you said, it was all real practical and stuff.
Yeah, it was like The Shining, right, where there was like some like, I guess paranormal stuff going on, but it still felt grounded in
reality,
real life.
Yeah, that's where Insidious kind of. At the time when I first watched it, it kind of lost me when it did that. But now I'm kind of like, it doesn't bug me as much. But, like, I remember watching it in the first, like, half was dope to me. Because at first you don't know what's going on yet. And just some of those scares, I was like, oh, shit, I really like this. And then started explaining it, and they started going to the further. And that's when I was kind of like,
Dude, the dialogue in Insidious was pretty bad.
What
when they're like talking about, oh yeah, he can astral project.
Oh,
when
yeah.
they started like
trying to like explain it and stuff.
Yeah. And
yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, he's a experienced traveler. I was like, oh dude, this is like nobody like.
Hey, did you notice that was the lady from Nightmare on Elm Street? She's the teacher.
Was it?
Yeah. It's just she's a lot older now.
Yeah.
But she's the teacher in Nightmare on Elm Street, where, what's her name? Nancy falls asleep, right? Yeah, and then sees her friend in the hallway and all that shit.
And then, like, I think, like, we're just gonna get into, like, Insidious, I guess. Like, at the end, when dude is
straight to the end.
Dude is, like, in his little workshop. Little demon is, like,
yeah,
I don't know what he's doing. Like,
Darth Maul and shit looking dude.
Yeah, but that whole scene reminded me, like, of a Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah,
kind of
feel, right?
Hellboy.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
And I was like, it just felt real. Like, that whole scene when he's in the workshop, like, sharpening his claws or something. It just felt, like, off. It felt like, it felt like Hellboy. Like,
it kind of reminded me of, like, Freddy Krueger for some reason. Because he had the hand that's really sharp, one of his hands.
Yeah.
And then it was, like, kind of since the further was kind of, to me, kind of like the dream state. Freddy Krueger, isn't he kind of, like, in the boilers, or there's scenes where I think I seen him sharpening his shit and, like, workshop status, like, I don't know, it kind of reminded me a little bit of Nightmare on Elm Street.
That was, what's it called? A New Nightmare.
Was it? I don't know which one it is.
Because remember, like, in New Nightmare, like, the opening scene.
Oh.
They were making a Freddy Krueger movie.
Yeah.
And, like, they were.
And it's, like, Robert Englund, right?
Yeah. No, it was they just showed, like the effects guys, I guess, sharpening the claws.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just remember thinking it kind of reminded me of that. So,
like, have you seen Hellboy?
A long time ago. I don't even know. Like, I saw it with Frankie, like, at his house or something.
Yeah, like, that whole, cause the colors in his, like, workshop, like, just the colors of, like, how they shot it was super Hellboyish.
Yeah.
Which I was like, dude, like.
But I've seen some of his other stuff.
Dude, you know what I watched? Crimson Peak.
Crimson Peak?
Yeah.
See, stuff like that. It was kind of more like fantasy, kind of. How was it? It's not, obviously it's not scary, but.
Yeah, it's not like a horror movie, right? I mean, there's, like, horror elements where it's, like, it's kind of. Like,
but I heard it's kind of like gothic romance or something.
It's like a mystery movie, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But how does it feel? Does it feel like kind of like a Tim Burton type of...
I mean, it... Like, when I was watching it, bro, I was like, oh, dude. The way he, like, plays with the colors in the whole movie, it was legit. Like, just the color... Like, the visuals of that movie is amazing.
That's how The Maze was. The visuals were really good. And the movie hadn't even come out yet.
But I mean, like, story-wise, it was legit.
Decent? Yeah.
Like, I mean, I wouldn't call it like a I mean, I guess there is romance, but it's not like romance how I guess you're thinking it.
Is it romance, like, just under, like, kind of like Edward Scissorhands?
No.
Not even that much romance?
No.
Because that's only, like, it's not really a romance movie, but it had, like, that little...
No, I would say this is more like a mystery movie than a romance.
I don't... That's because I read that somewhere. Like, oh, it's like a gothic, romantic kind of movie, something. I was like, what? I never seen it, though. I just seen the trailers and stuff, but I never actually seen the movie.
You should probably watch it, bro. Like, it's like a legit movie.
I'm down.
So back to Insidious. With that little detour.
Yeah, well, that kind of happens sometimes, but yeah, dude. So this movie was kind of like a couple different movies. It felt like, it takes a turn and it turns into like a different movie, kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then it turns real supernatural, like different dimension kind of thing. And I was thinking maybe you would kind of like that more. I kind of don't. I didn't like that for the way this movie was already heading, and then it kind of took a turn. Like, I mean, because it's kind of like Stranger Things, right? Where it's like the further is kind of like the upside down. But I felt like like it's not like Stranger Things to me took a wild turn. It was kind of already had that kind of feel, I guess.
Well,
I know it's like a crazy comparison, but I'm just comparing that different world where like only they know they're there and we can't really cross over to them, and there's like small like communications from this world to that one. Like he was able to give them a hint.
My thing is, maybe it's I just didn't care about the characters. To where when they went into that world, I didn't really.
I liked what's her name in it really a lot. Rose, what's her name? Rose Byrne or whatever. The mom.
I was just like.
I liked her a lot. I didn't like that kid, and I think that dude's, he's cool. What's his name? Patrick Willis. Is that his name?
Is he in The Conjuring?
Yeah, he's in The Conjuring. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Like, as soon as they made this and The Conjuring came out, it felt like I was like, what? They're using this one again?
Yeah. What's it called? I just like in the beginning when the baby kept crying. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh my god, dude, just get this baby out of the movie, dude.
It's Patrick Wilson. I said what? Patrick Willis? Who the hell's Patrick
Burns?
Willis?
No, you said Patrick Burns. So.
No, I said Rose Byrne.
Oh.
As the chick. But I'm saying the dude's name was Patrick Wilson. I thought it was Patrick Willis. I'm like, where the hell did I get that from? But go ahead though.
Yeah, like that when the kid kept crying. Mm-hmm. It just annoyed me. Like I don't want to, like you don't want to hear kids cry to begin with. You know, like when kids cry, it's annoying sound. So like the kid was crying through the first half a lot.
The baby?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of her thing. It was kind of like that's why they had the whole, I guess, baby monitor thing. But maybe she was crying because she could.
No, but she cried like every second that kid was like on screen. She cried, and she was kind of on screen a lot the first half.
You think?
Yeah.
I think she's
like they went to straight. I think they were eating breakfast. The kids started crying.
I remember that.
It's just like, dude, I just don't want to hear a kid cry. Yeah. Just, I mean, like
that's kind of how it is, though. But
I know, but I don't want real life.
You just take that aspect out.
Yeah.
And cut that. Yeah, I don't.
Like, you don't.
It's not a good sound.
You don't. It didn't do really anything to the movie.
Yeah.
Like have the kid cry when something actually happens.
Which did happen.
Yeah, but it was only like a couple, like 2-3 scenes, right?
I think so. I don't know. But I really like that scare when well, first with the baby monitor, I was tripping out. I'm trying to remember my first thoughts when I was in the theater. I was kind of tripping out. When you hear the voice through that, I thought that was good. All the stuff with the baby was good. Like when she first goes up there, and it's the second time I think she goes over there, and then you see the dude in the window. I thought that was dope. Remember or no?
Yeah.
And then the other time where the dude was walking back and forth, and then like he just kind of appears in or whatever. Like he kind of, cause obviously he's not a real human, so he's just kind of like teleports into the fucking room or whatever. Yeah. I thought that was cool. You know, as far as when he was outside.
Yeah, that brings me to, I laughed pretty hard when homie was, I guess, at the red door. And he was getting jacked up by that ghost.
Oh yeah, that dude.
Yeah,
he kind of looked like a Johnny Depp to me.
And then like the psychic chick.
Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, you're stronger.
Yeah,
you're alive, right?
Yeah, and then he was like, "Get away from me!" And he did like a little Hadouken kind of look, and he
shoved him right. Yeah, and he flew
through like the thing. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Get away from me.
You know who I thought were funny, which I mean on purpose, were the Ghost Hunter dudes. You know what I'm talking? Those dudes are funny because they also come out in the sequel, in the second one. I don't think they're in the third one. I don't know if I got them those mixed up, but I'm pretty sure they're in the second one. Maybe the third. I don't know, but they're funny though. The big dude. Yeah, so I like that scare. I liked even when I remember like the alarm goes off. Well, first somebody's pounding on the door, right? And then he's like, what the fuck? And he goes to checks and there's nothing there. he goes upstairs, and then that's when that whole shit happens, where
the dude was in the baby room,
and she freaks out, and at the same time, then the alarm goes off or whatever.
Yeah, because the door opens.
And then he goes down there and sees the door wide open. I remember being in the theater and being like, fuck. Like, something's in there, you know. I don't want, like, later in the sequels, they show what happened during that scene. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Paranormal Activity did that too. But I don't know if you care. But
I mean, I don't really care. But yeah, I don't know
if you're going to watch it later or something. Because the thing about these movies too, they kind of tie in together, and it's kind of cool when they do. But yeah, they show later what happens. But at that time, I didn't you don't know what the fuck happened or who's in there or what. So I remember thinking that was pretty dope. And then I don't know. I guess they moved. Oh, I like that. I kind of like that when that little kid, when they moved to the new house, and he's putting that fucking Tiny Tim song, Tiptoe Through the Tulips. Ever since that movie, me and the homies will fuck around and play that song all the time. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, when he put on the record player.
Yeah, and that little kid, I thought that was pretty good. Like, I think you have to watch these in the theater because they kind of give you those pretty good jump scares or whatever.
Yeah, because of the noise.
Yeah, but I mean, all the movies have noise, so.
No, bro. It's a new thing, because I was watching.
No, even in the old ones though.
I was watching Aliens.
Uh-huh.
There wasn't.
But Aliens, those movies aren't really that scary though. Well, at least to me, they were more kind of action, I guess. Like, if you're getting scared off watching Aliens, bro.
It's because I don't consider jump scares as being scared in the movie. I think like a suspenseful movie is more scary compared to.
Yeah, I get that part, but I'm talking about when a scare hits the screen. Most of the time, it has a noise. Like, if there was just silence,
but that's like the only thing that these movies have.
I don't think so, dude.
Because
I thought the dude who was trying to steal the baby, I thought he was just scary in itself. Like, just the way he looked and the way he was walking and all that stuff. It wasn't like.
Well, like when I saw him, I wasn't scared. I thought.
I don't know.
I think when
they've been doing this shit since Psycho and shit.
When's the first time you see that dude?
Actually see him is when he's in the I would say the background of in the window.
But you don't really see him.
You see, well, his face is right there.
No, I think the first time you really see him is when that chick is like talking and he's
in the balcony or whatever.
The psychic lady.
I don't know. I thought the first time you actually
Wait, was the dude in the baby room? The dude that was walking back up?
Yeah, he's going after that baby for some reason.
But that wasn't like the main demon.
No, the main demon was a fool who looked like Darth Maul. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, when's the first time you see that guy?
Yeah, that was when you.
Oh, you're talking about that guy. Well, first she draws him and all that. But the first time you see him clearly, I guess, is when they're talking.
And
he's behind the Patrick Wilson or whatever.
Yes, and the psycho lady sees him or whatever it is.
I think the mom does. The mom is the one who sees him.
Oh yeah, the mom.
Patrick Wilson's mom. I forgot his name in there. Cause
she's like, oh yeah, I can still hear his voice or whatever.
And then he looks.
And he looked kind of stupid, bro.
See, this is the thing. I don't like when they have demons. Like when they show you the demon, that's always one thing for sure I don't like. In a lot of these movies, Conjuring, Annabelle. Like remember the demon in Annabelle? When you show me it, it's kind of. I don't like them.
But I mean, at least the Annabelle demon, at least it looked a little bit creepy compared to this dude. This dude looked like, I don't know, dude, like a.
He always reminded me of Darth Maul, like a
skinny
knockoff demon version.
it was just he looked weird, dude. It wasn't
Yeah. No, I didn't
like a
really
cosplay kind of look, like how his face was all
red, super red.
Yeah, it wasn't like his. It looked like somebody like it looked like makeup was on a normal face, pretty much, right? It didn't look like his skin was red and black. Like Darth Maul looked like that's how his skin is. This one, his skin looked like it was like
Really?
lipstick. Yeah,
I don't know. This just kind of looked like.
it looked like paint to me.
No, I don't know. It just looked like a fucking.
Whereas Darth Maul looked like an actual, like that's the race, like how they come out.
It looked
Like
like,
a
the
panda.
same. Come on,
Nah, bro.
Come on. Darth Maul didn't look that.
And like the Annabelle demon looked like it was like a actual. It looked like an actual. That's how a demon in that world, I guess, would be.
Darth Maul looks like a fucking dude with paint, fool. Too. Come on, pulling it up. He
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe because we haven't seen it in a while. But
Pull up the demon for Insidious.
that's what I'm saying. They kind of look like probably the same.
Well, I think he was just way too shiny.
I just didn't like. I didn't like that fool because I don't know. He was like real skinny and shit, and then he looked like a.
And then he's crawling on the walls.
Yeah,
Fool. I was like, oh
like
god.
I didn't like him crawling on the walls. This shit, it's not a really good picture.
Put the one where, like, get the one where
I'm trying to find the real one.
behind the mom.
Yeah, I mean you can see it, but it's not that.
Yeah, fool. That. You know, it looks like a.
For the people that are just listening, we're
Yeah.
just pulling up these pictures of these guys. Oh shit! I think they're here. They said somebody did the Darth Maul
The
reference.
Darth Maul compare.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't
Either
get
way,
behind it.
Either way, he was white. I didn't like that shit either.
And
Whatever. I felt like I felt like that movie was doing good as far as like the first few scares with the baby miner, dude outside. Like, I'll even keep the little kid in there, whatever that was running around. But I think the Darth Maul, and then when that shit just kind of killed it. Like some of the other. I mean, I didn't like the whole thing about the further at the time, but some of the demons in there were cool. And I guess you call them demons, but they were kind of like ghosts, I guess. They look like humans or whatever. Like the family with reading the newspaper and shit.
Yeah. What
cool.
I didn't get was, so that girl killed her family and then killed herself?
I don't know. I don't even think there's supposed to be that much thought into it. I think it's just kind of because they're like smiling and then they come back after they get shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So who knows? I think it's just chaos down there.
Yeah, but they were trying to explain the further. They were saying like where he's at, it's like where souls, I guess, are trapped or something. Like, I don't know. I didn't.
Yeah, they're all pretty much dead, as I understand. But some of them are kind of human-like, and then you have that dude who I guess is like the fucking boss or something.
That demon.
Yeah. God damn.
Fire on their. Like the boy described him with a fire face.
Yeah.
But he didn't have any fire, dude.
That's just because it was red, I guess.
Yeah, dude. I mean, come on, kid. I mean, how old is this kid?
That's why he's a kid. I mean,
but he was making little comic books about how he saw himself sleeping and he flew away.
But
he could kind of describe a little bit. No, dude, he had just a red and black face. I mean, like if you saw some dude.
If I was that age, I would probably say that. Like,
oh, he had fire face.
His face. It looked like his face was fire. I don't know. It was like red and fucking. Who cares?
Yeah, I know.
They go too hard on this little kid, dude. Like, who cares?
I didn't like the kid.
I didn't really like that kid either. I like the other kid more than him, the brother or whatever.
Yeah.
I just think something about this kid's look or something. Just kind of, and I think he came out in another movie. I remember watching something and being like, "Hey, I'm gonna look that fool up right now."
Is it Insidious kid? You know what my problem was?
I didn't like his haircut. I don't know if I just didn't like how he looked.
I think my problem was I watched this movie right after I was watching The Thing.
Okay.
So maybe I might have to watch it again. Oh yeah, that's right.
He was in Jurassic World.
Oh yeah, was that? Oh, my parents are getting divorced.
He's just a little older in Jurassic World, but yeah, I guess he's in Iron Man. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, Iron Man 3.
Yeah, Iron Man 3 is in there. And obviously in Insidious Part 2.
But I mean,
no, I didn't really like that kid. Same, like sometimes they just
pretty much every movie that kid's in, nobody liked him in any of his movies.
Yeah, I don't know. He kind of has that something about him, like the kid from, like the little kid from New Nightmare.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I don't like, I think it's the same kid from Pet Sematary or something, right?
Yeah, I think
and
so.
I was like, his face or something, I don't like him. Like, that's how this kid was. It's not necessarily like did anything. Like, in Jurassic World, it was more like his character is kind of, this one, I just don't like the kid. I don't know. It just seemed like a little.
Yeah, I might have to watch it again, like, when I, like, clean palette, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, the thing is legit. Like, it's an actual movie.
Yeah.
And it's like an actual, like, story kind of going on.
Mm-hmm.
Where this one, I was like,
The Thing has some other shit too in there that's kind of berserk too, though. I mean.
Yeah, but it's an actual movie.
Yeah, but I mean, it's fucking. Some of the shit's in there is kind of like really. Well, at least that's how I when I seen all those. Just the actual visuals of like the fucking thing, I guess. To me, it's kind of like,
Yeah.
But I'm sure like it's a dope movie story and everything. But I'm saying I've always kind of been turned off by. Well, not turned off, but they just don't hit as well when it's something that's like, come on, fool, you're never gonna find that shit in real life, you know? Like this fucking, hence like this demon thing. Like what the fuck is that?
Well, this is. Because I don't want to like spoil.
Yeah.
You know,
because I've only seen, like I told you with the thing, I've only seen like little bits.
And like the props at Monsterpalooza.
Yeah, and I've seen the scene. Obviously the famous scene when he sticks his hands in with the defibrillator, fucking. Like,
yeah.
You know,
so.
And fucking tears his arms off and shit.
Yeah.
Like those epic scenes, but I haven't seen the movie beginning and end.
Yeah,
I've probably seen like 10% of it.
Yeah. Like when you watch it, you'll be like, oh, okay, I get it.
No, I know, but that movie's like sci-fi as fuck. So I mean, I'm sure it's dope, but it's not gonna be like scary. I don't think. Like, or maybe, but I'm sure it's a cool movie. But like, I don't know.
It's like I'm saying, it's. Like, how can I explain it? It's not jump scare.
Yeah. Well, we'll just save that for another. I don't even want to
like that one's. I think I'd pick it in like October.
You should start picking them now. It's already September.
Well,
because I don't think we're not gonna be able to do that many movies.
No, I know, but because I want to probably put together like let's do like a podcast where we like do like a 31 Days of Halloween kind of thing.
Yeah, I doubt I'm gonna be able to watch.
Well, I'm just saying put a list because I can watch like a movie a day.
Yeah. I don't think I'll be able to. Not after I start school and shit. But, so anyways, the little kid was whatever. I like I said, the parents. I like the Ghost Hunter dudes were pretty funny. What's her name? Fuck, the lady? Louise, I think her name is.
The psychic lady?
Yeah. She was cool. She was whatever. The mom was like whatever. Did you see the Black Bride or whatever? Like at the end, remember the one that used to haunt him as a kid?
Yeah.
You remember we met that dude at Monsterpalooza?
Oh, that was
him. The one where he's like, hey, he's like, did I scare you?
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, dude, you look scary and shit. I was telling him. Yeah, that was him. But they obviously put him all mixed. At first, I thought it was a woman, like in the movie.
Yeah.
It looked like it, you know. Her name was Elise. What did I say, Louisa? No, it's Elise. I was trying to get her name.
I don't like. For me, I don't know. It's just, I think I knew what I was getting into. Like the second when that kid went into the little coma,
Mm-hmm.
and then they went to the doctors. The doctor was like, "Oh, dude, we have no idea what's going on."
Did you remember the movie by then or no? Or everything
No.
Same kind of
I only remember the movie once, like they went into the other dimension,
the further.
and I was like, "Oh, I've seen this movie before."
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it that much now, just because I've been like seeing shit like that lately. There's something else besides Stranger Things. I forgot what it was though.
Poltergeist.
I don't know.
This
Yeah,
is kind of a knockoff Poltergeist.
Poltergeist wasn't even that good though. Like the way people make it seem. Did you like Poltergeist?
The original one, yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of. Have you seen it recently?
I saw, I think, 2 recently.
I saw it not too long ago, and it was kind of. I don't know. I'm not. When shit gets like too crazy like that, and it doesn't look good, because I think the effects is. I mean, it probably looked tight at the time. It wasn't all that. I think, but I'm sure. I know there's a lot of people that love it and shit. But it's kind of like, like the, I think it's because I heard a lot of hype about it. It wasn't. I don't know, but I heard the remake was shit though.
Yeah, no, I didn't watch it. I was like, dude, I'm straight over the remakes.
Sorry, dude, this is funny.
Yeah. I'm like over the remakes. Like when they, some remakes you don't really need to do.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And what did you watch the Poltergeist remake or?
No, I didn't see it.
Is it like current times or is it?
No, I
80s?
think so. I think it's supposed to be set old school, if I'm correct. I think it's supposed to be set in a different time.
You know what?
I don't know though.
You know what I think it is about me and these new. I think I just like the era of like the 80s and maybe 90 and like early 90s.
Yeah.
Compared to like cell phone times.
Yeah.
Like when I see like new technology, it's kind of, I don't know, maybe it just takes me out of it.
I like these, dude. I think the scares are good in these new ones, and the theaters, like, I think it's pretty dope. Like as far as like good scares, I think. 'Cause a lot of the ones in the 80s, like, they're just with just only like a few that are actually kind of scary, I think. You know what I mean? Like they're enjoyable, but I'm talking about like scares for scares. I don't think they're just like that. They don't get you that well, I guess.
But I mean, yeah, well, I mean, to me, just jump scares don't. They don't like register as scares.
Well, I mean,
just
like,
because like even if I'm like working at the shop,
mm-hmm.
if there's a loud bang, I don't.
Yeah.
And I jump.
No, but some of them are set up like where they already kind of get you going. It's not like you're just walking down the hallway and there's a noise. Like you're already kind of like Annabelle, for example. It's set up from the time the girl starts leaving her room, starts walking in, goes into that door she's not supposed to go in, and then she's in there, and you're already kind of like getting like, you know, on edge. And then she finds the key, she opens it, and then she gets to the doll, and then like that whole sequence is like already building it up, you know what I mean? And then obviously in the background she moves or whatever with the cloth, and I like those, you know, whether you're already kind of on edge. Now the other one, the one with the with the gun or whatever, like, see, I wasn't like too much of a fan of that one. But if it kind of builds up to it, like I think Paranormal Activity did pretty good, then I like it, you know. Like if you're just,
but I mean, would it be like if you minus the noise, would it be scary still? So like a good scare in Annabelle was when the doll got up and started walking towards her.
uh-huh.
There was no noise. There was no like loud noise. There was only loud noise when it like went fast and like there was nothing underneath, right?
Yes, I like both of them, honestly. So I like. It just. I don't know.
But would it be scary if there was no noise?
Well, in the sequence that I was talking about, I think so. The whole time you're kind of like, because you feel like something's about to happen. And then same thing with well, the other one, I don't know if I don't remember if it had a noise or not. When the two girls are underneath the thing, underneath the sheet or whatever.
Yeah, there was a noise.
Like when you see the person, and like, you're already kind of building that scare. But once they take it off, there's I think there was a noise when they, and then the person like nobody was really there or whatever. But
no, it was, the noise was, I think, the hand, like it came.
I don't really remember, to be honest. But I remember like thinking, oh shit, that shit's getting close, and it's like walking in the room, and they thought it was the wife or whatever. So, but I don't mind noises. Like I don't know if it's dope, it's dope. Cause like let's say
no, I just think the noise is a cheap way to get you to jump.
But
it's like cheating. It's cheating, bro.
But like in Psycho,
it's
like
the PEDs.
Like in Psycho,
of horror movies, right there, bro.
Yeah, but Psycho has every kill. There's like the noise. Like remember the dude Arbogast is coming up the stairs. All of a sudden the Norman Bates comes out and the score comes out like, and then he slashes like it's kind of like a jump, and it's a jump because of the noise pretty much.
But it's
like that was just out of nowhere. Like he like he's walking up the stairs slow, which I like that. But then, bam, and like he just comes out, and they cue the music really loud.
Yeah, I know, but
before you even, I think, it might be at the same time when you see him, the music comes on, and then he's like stabs him. And to me, I always liked that scare. I think I put it on Instagram one time.
Yeah, but I mean that scare was also different because it actually, it wasn't just a loud noise and then everything
but the thing is, like,
went back to normal.
I don't think you would jump had there been that noise.
I didn't jump on that though.
I thought it was like a good little like, oh shit, like, because it came out like bam, and then
the
score hit, and
also this was that was 70 or
1960. But I'm saying they've been doing it since then. Like all those movies in the 70s had like the noises full, or in the 80s, a lot of them do.
Like Friday the 13th. How many loud noise? It wasn't that many.
I feel like if you go back and watch them, I feel like there is. Friday the 13th wasn't really scary though. Like a lot of those slashers are just kind of fun, like horror movies, and not like they're. Like,
I know, but I think you're comparing scary to jump scares. Like if something doesn't go, whoa.
No, but Friday the 13th was scary. Like a lot of those 80s horror slashers weren't even scary though. They're just cool movies. Like I'm talking about.
Well, I mean, yeah, the kills were.
Yeah, they're just like cool kills, but none of them are really like scary. Like, I'm talking about like if you name all of them.
Like, have you played that game Doom?
Just back in the day on the computer.
Or the.
Nah, not since like.
I think it was like Doom 3 or something like that.
Nah.
That one was like 100% classic. All it was just jump scare. Where it's like even like games are doing that too now. Like there's a game Outlast.
Nah.
That has like just where. I mean, I guess it's cool, but I just feel like just a loud noise just happening. Like you can get like any movie can do that, and you're gonna get a reaction.
But I'm saying that I agree with you that there's some that are just like, oh, okay, that was just a cheap jump scare, and then there's some that you look back and you remember like, oh, that was a good scare.
Like Insidious when they were like at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I think like I want to say they're like doing flashlights and it was like there's like ghosts like all over the place, right? I want to say like there was like ding, ding.
Might have been, probably. At the end, was it when you're talking about
Like there's like a ghost in the, I think,
was
kitchen.
it the ghost hunter dude when he
Yeah.
was with the flashlights?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there, it just kept like, you just hear noises all,
Mm-hmm.
like you have a scene,
Mm-hmm.
a loud noise, you see a ghost, and then it'll cut to another person looking.
Mm-hmm.
A loud noise, you see a ghost.
Yeah, but I thought, see, this is the thing. You're kind of already. You're like
Straight,
to me.
Dissing it already.
No. I'm saying, to me, I was you're already on edge, I guess, and I'm not talking about you. I'm saying like the audience is kind of, you're supposed to be kind of already on edge at that point. And when they show these ghosts, if you don't throw like some little sound in it, then I feel like you're not doing a good job of trying to get that scare. Like, I don't know if that's the whole point. So if you have like a cool looking ghost, and obviously you're gonna put the light and they're gonna be right there, you should just throw like the sound on it for that, if you're going for that type of, like, that scare.
But you shouldn't have to rely on the sound just to get you that scared.
No, I don't think they're relying only on the sound though.
But if there was no sound, I don't think I would ever get scared. Like I wouldn't get scared. Because even when there was sound, I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't care.
I don't
It
know.
was like, okay, I get it.
Well, then what are like some good scares that have no sounds? That I'm gonna, like, that you would be like, oh shit, that was scary.
I don't think it's not like, you're not gonna get that jump, right? You're just gonna be like
That looks kind of.
like, oh, like what's gonna happen?
I don't know.
Right?
I just feel like music and sounds are just such a key element to horror films. It's kind of like, I just feel like.
I just think like if your scare relies on sound, pretty much the whole, like 100%,
Yeah.
then you
Yeah,
maybe
but
need
see,
to,
I don't see. To me, a cheap scare is like if something falls on the floor and they hit you with the sound. Then like, yeah, you're gonna jump, but you're like, oh, it was just a fucking plate that fell off the table or something. Like, then I'm kind of like, okay, that wasn't really a scare. That was just. But if it's something.
You know what they do it a
like-
lot on too is like when it's not even like a
If it's like a rat in the attic or some shit.
or like
Yeah.
it's like a friend. They do that all the time.
Oh, that's
Like
80s as
like
fuck.
a friend
though.
hit
Yeah,
you in the
you
back
turn around and you grab you. And
It's
like, that's
like,
that's like Halloween, like when Sheriff Brackett when.
yeah, but he only, I think,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
only
but
did
I'm
like
s-
a
but-
couple times.
But you're talking about that example though.
But they I think well, what movie? There's like recent movies that were doing that, where it was like somebody that wasn't supposed to be like threatening. It's like, dude, why have that noise for?
Yeah, okay. I just thought.
Or like if you see like
I think I just okay. You know what's a good one? I think that's kind of creepy. I don't think used a lot of noises, unless I'm wrong. Was Dawn of the Dead.
no, yeah,
They didn't really use like that jump scared noise, bam, right? But it's still kind of creepy, where it kind of kept you on edge the whole time.
Yeah,
Because there's always that.
like especially like when they were in the basement, right?
Yeah.
And then there's that one zombie,
Yeah.
and he was like just looking through like a desk or something.
Yeah.
And there's that one zombie that was in the back.
But I remember, I think that's a good example of not using a lot of scare, like
Sound.
big sounds. But like that one, I always thought was pretty dope. Even when they're coming at him with, even when you see the homie Flyboy in the elevator, like I just think the visuals are pretty cool, and they're coming towards you, so you're kind of like, oh fuck.
It's kind of hard because you don't really remember sound in, I guess, the movie, right? You
Yeah,
remember,
at least I don't think there was a
Yeah.
lot of sounds in there, but there could have been.
But I'm saying like when you're trying to think like what scene doesn't use sound,
Yeah, it's
it's kind of hard because you don't really remember the sounds. You remember the visual,
Yeah.
but you don't really remember like. Did
Yeah.
it have like a loud bang or something? You don't.
Yeah, but I just feel
Especially like old movies, because
Yeah.
some of them like they didn't really. I don't think did it as much as like new movies do it.
Yeah. But so, anyways, but we'll go back to Insidious. though.
Insidious.
Yeah. But what'd you think of the whole? I guess just the whole storyline as far as the concept of it, like going into a further place.
I mean, I think it could have been cool. Like, I mean, obviously Stranger Things was legit, right?
Yeah.
Legit.
See, the thing about Stranger Things that I never really liked that. I wasn't a big fan of those concepts where it's kind of, but like, you know, another dimension and whatever, another world that, you know. But I think they're just Pen Game was so good, like the writing, that I just was on board.
But the thing with me is like I like the characters in that whole.
Yeah, and the characters are dope. Like, mind you, the dude looks great. Like, you know, they call him the Demogorgon or whatever. Yeah. He looks kind of like, you know.
Yeah, not like, I mean.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. But I was able to ignore that just because it was a good story.
Yeah. Like this one, I think like it could have been. Like I wanted to be like more invested in, I guess, in the characters. I didn't. Me personally, I just didn't really.
See, my favorite character was probably the wife, Rose. I forgot her name in the thing, but she was, to me. And then probably next was the dad. But if they really wanted me to feel a lot of sympathy for that kid, kind of, that didn't really do it for me. See, I don't know if it's just the way that kid looked or what, but I wasn't a fan of the kid, you know.
But even like when the dad, like at the end, was I guess the Black Bride?
The Black Bride jumped into his body or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't care. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay.
I thought that was kind of. Well, I remember thinking.
And then like when he strangled that the psychic lady.
Yeah.
I don't care.
What was I gonna say though? Yeah, but yeah, like as far as the kids in Stranger Things, obviously they're.
Like if one of them died, you'd be like, "Oh snap!"
Yeah.
You know, like you, not sad, but you kind of get like bummed, you know. And this one, I did.
I see. The thing is, like, I kind of felt like the only person who was vulnerable was the kid, and because he was kind of the one in the coma out or whatever. So, and I didn't really care too much about him. Now, if something would have happened to the wife or whatever, and maybe because I just always thought she was hot since I seen her in Troy. I don't know. But I would have been like, oh, what the hell? Like, damn, you guys killed her off? Like, that sucks, I guess. The little kid, I was like, yeah, whatever. But the whole concept now, I remember back then being like, oh, man, this was a good movie, but why'd they have to go and do that? Now it's kind of like, I guess. I mean, that's kind of how these movies are in this universe or whatever. They're all kind of, they have like, I feel like they start off kind of grounded in reality, and then they always take a turn where they go too crazy. I remember, I think I said this last time, but The Conjuring 2 was pretty good. Then there was some shit in there that I was like, you guys gotta be kidding me. Like, there's this dude called The Crooked Man. I don't think you're ever even gonna watch it, but when I
see it on like HBO all the time.
When I saw The Crooked Man, I was like, oh, goddamn, dude, you guys had such a good movie going on. I'm not down too much with the supernatural unless you do. It's like a whole feel from the beginning, like Stranger Things, I guess. Like, these movies just kind of feel like too.
You know what? I think also they try to explain it too much.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's an astral projector. He's been doing it since he was a baby. Mm. Like, I don't care, dude. You know, just like. And then like you kind of knew, oh, the dad. Like
I didn't know that until.
I was like, oh. At
least I don't remember.
Like when they were talking about like the kid was, he's a experienced astral projector. Mm-hmm. It's like, first of all, dude, it's a straight kid, dude. Relax, being all experienced. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, oh, it's probably like a little family little thing going on. Mm-hmm. And then I was waiting for, you know, before like she tried to do the little talking and through her little
fucking gas
bong,
mask.
yeah.
It looked like those bong masks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before she tried to, I thought she was gonna be like, oh yeah, and you're like the only one that can bring him back because you're experienced at this. You just don't remember or something.
Mm-hmm.
I was like waiting for her to say that, but she was like, oh no, I'll do some.
They say that
hits.
later, but
Yeah.
But you're saying it right there and then in that particular part. Yeah. But I some of the shots I still like though. I like some of the stuff James Wan does. Like for example, like I remember thinking it was a cool shot when the brother was in one room and he could see Dalton or whatever in the other room across, and then it's
that was creepy
across the hallway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I thought that was kind of cool. And he gets up and closes the door or whatever. Because then you're kind of looking at him. You're expecting him to open his eyes or kind of move around or something, but he just stays still. But I thought that he set that up pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I just, but we'll get into, I guess, scores.
Scores, yeah.
Because we're already at, what, like 50?
Yeah.
50, yeah, 51. So, who?
You want to go?
Yeah, I'll go first. And okay, so my score is gonna be. Man, the first half was pretty good. Like I wish I could. If I did just the first half, where you just see those scares with the baby monitor, like all the ones I said earlier. Like I like hearing the voice through the baby monitor, and her going up there, and then when she sees them, or dudes in the balcony, or even the whole. When the alarm goes off and you see the door wide open, that whole shot, like I don't know, it was all. Those like I don't know, I would really like that. I was like at an 85 or something, 86, and then I got a docket once I start seeing Darth Maul and shit gets a little crazy. So, and then mind you, I'm putting this at like a pretty high scale, like a grade scale or whatever, because I'm not gonna. Some movies, they didn't have the budget.
Yeah.
So you gotta kind of.
Yeah, this one they kind of took a little serious.
Yeah, so this one had the budget, and this was like big opening in theaters and all that. So because of that, I got graded on a high standard. So I'm just gonna give it like a 78, 79, like a C plus. I felt like they had some good stuff going. I mean, if I'm nice, I'll give it an 80, but. It's like around there, somewhere between 78 to 80, just because you gotta hold this up to like a higher standard, Because I mean, there's other movies that I probably scored higher, but they probably have a lot more flaws or whatever,
Yeah.
But so probably somewhere around there. Like I don't know if I would only recommend it if I knew somebody wasn't too too turned off by like supernatural shit like that, But I just liked what it kind of had an influence. I mean, it kind of had like it sparked a series of movies after it. I guess I feel like it kind of sparked that whole run. So you gotta kind of appreciate that, I guess.
Yeah. So like in the first half for me. It was like in the 70s.
Okay. Now I was gonna ask you, did you like the first half or second half better?
The second half, I hated the second half.
Yeah. See, I think if you're like super into sci-fi, like you might like that type of shit.
I just think it's.
Yeah.
The characters, dude.
Yeah.
And I maybe they just didn't do. Because I can get behind a crazy dimension area
like that.
Yeah,
okay.
like I can suspend my disbelief, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when it was just I think when you're explaining it and I'm just bored of it,
mm-hmm.
that's when it's like, dude, could have been like I guess anything.
Yeah.
It could have been like some dude implanted a chip in like the kid's head or something. It could have been like 100% reality, and I still wouldn't have cared if they're trying to explain it like that much.
Yeah. So,
and then I'm just trying to think, would I even rewatch this movie?
Uh-huh.
Probably. Like I want to just when I haven't watched like the thing right before it,
Uh-huh.
just to make sure like I'm being fair. But when I first watched it, and then I started watching other movies right after, I was like, dude, this movie killed watching movies for me today.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe, what did I give? What is it? High tension?
Let me see if I wrote that one down.
Like, I'm trying to debate, like, if high tension was on.
High tension, you gave it a 67.
Like, if high tension was on and this was on.
If high tension and this were on, I would watch high tension. What did I give high tension? I gave it a 79, so just above, like, you know. But I think high tension has a dope rewatch value, you know, as far as that whole sequence. And because trust me, it's been on, and I always watch it whenever I see it. I don't know, I dig it.
Like, I'm just trying to think, like, if I watch high tension and I stop it when she, like, kills dude, would I like it? Or would I just be just pissed off just knowing that, knowing, like, the ending in my, you know, like, what's really going to happen in the end? Maybe I'd watch high tension, huh?
Yeah, I've always liked it. I don't know. Like, whenever it's on, I always throw it on. Let me write down my score right here.
So maybe I give it a 67?
Yeah. So I'm going to give this a 70. Yeah, I'll just give it 78. That's what I originally said, right?
I'd probably give this one, I guess, a 67 as well. Just because, I mean, I'm pretty much comparing these two.
Yeah.
And I don't even know which one I'd watch over the other one.
I think I'd watch High Tension. I don't know.
I just don't know, like, if I'm watching it and I know the ending is this chick is the actual killer. Would I just be? I know, but would I still be? But it's still in my head, right? Yeah. Would I still just be like just watching it, just angry?
Yeah.
Just hating everything I'm watching. Like, I need like that Men in Black thing where it just erases your memory. Yeah. And just watch it like, and you tell me to watch it again. I
told you, and I was like, hey, stop it at this certain time.
Yeah. And then I was like, dude, that movie was a straight masterpiece.
Yeah. Nah, those are the parts that I like watching. I like watching the whole when they're at the gas station, because they start off at the house.
There wasn't a lot of noise in that, was there?
Nah, I don't think so. That was more like suspense, I guess, like on edge. No, I don't think so. Well, because a lot of the time it's kind of like
because she never really even gets like caught or anything, you know. Like a high noise would have been like she gets caught, right?
Yeah, like he comes in and just grabs her. I don't remember. Like for sure I remember that being more about the tension. I mean, hence the name High Tension.
Yeah. What about your next?
Your next was I don't remember. I'm sure there was some of those, but that was more about the heroine. That was like really focused on her. Yeah, but
was there like a lot of? There was not a lot of like that noise jump scare. Yeah, it's kind of hard, huh?
Yeah, to think back
about
like
noise.
I can remember a couple kills or whatever, but I don't even remember. I'm sure there was a little bit of noise, but see, the thing is, some movies you look back and you know for sure there was like these noises or something. Like I remember, I think Insidious or no, it was Insidious. Like I could just think of it was one of the sequels, I think. Or I think he's in the further and he like runs into somebody. He's like, "He's got your baby," and he like yells really loud, and you're kind of like, "Oh shit."
Like Conjuring, like when the people are hanging in the back. I think I remember noise.
Like a noise. Where you go.
It was like ding.
Yeah, but yeah, I'd have to watch your next again. I haven't, as far as to remember if there was like sudden noises or not. But I'm pretty sure there was. I remember a dude got shot with the fucking. Oh, have you seen it or no?
You're next, yeah.
I remember the dude gets shot, I think, through the window, right? In the house with like a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Right? See, I'm not sure if like...
That was Ty West, right?
I don't... Yeah, I think so.
He gets off, like, I think the first person to get offed.
I think.
Oh, well, not first person, right? The first people were.
But
the
I'm
neighbors.
sure. I'm sure. Like when the arrow came and shot and broke the glass, like I'm sure it was like a, you know. And then I remember the other one, which I don't know. Maybe this one might not have had a noise, is when the chick runs out the front door and fucking,
the sprinter.
Yeah, and gets like straight sliced up.
Decapitation.
Yeah. So I'd have to. I remember thinking like, oh, this movie's gonna be dumb, but it wasn't that bad.
Surprisingly good.
Yeah, it was kind of. I mean, it wasn't like great, but I really dug the heroine. I remember that, leaving with that, like, oh, she was like a badass, you know.
Yeah.
Like everything else was like, and I like the look of the dudes. And that one's more, I said, obviously in reality, but I kind of the little masks and shit, and I just thought it was kind of weird that twist or whatever. Like I was like, whatever. The
son.
Whatever. It's like a whole setup.
Yeah.
It's like an inside job type of thing.
Was it the two brothers, right, were in on it? Were they trying to be... What was that?
Fuck. I don't know. But they were going to get money, right?
Yeah.
Because
there was like a legit serial killer... Not serial killer, but brothers that killed their parents. What was that?
Are we talking about real life?
Yeah.
Was it like Melendez?
Yeah.
Melendez brothers,
yeah.
right? Or something like that?
Yeah.
For like insurance or something,
yeah.
right? Weren't they balling out and then they got caught up?
Yeah, straight.
But they got the money, right?
Yeah, they were like getting away with it.
Yeah, and then they ended up getting caught up, huh?
I think that's where he probably like got the, like, you know,
a little bit of inspiration. You gotta get that inspiration. Okay, we'll just wrap up this on this. But back to that though, I feel like there's a lot you could do with this, you know, and that's why they made 3 and they're gonna make another one, I heard. So I mean, it's like a concept that you kind of.
I mean, I like going to another world. It makes like, I mean, you could, like, it's another world, right? You can do pretty much whatever.
Whatever you want, yeah.
So I mean,
but that's why
the problem is like you have to do it right.
Yeah, the homie.
Right? I mean, you could do whatever, but you have to do whatever right.
Yeah. And as long as like if your storyline, I think, is really solid, like going back to Stranger Things, I'm on board. Like, even though, because Stranger Things, I'm surprised that I liked it as much as I did. Because if somebody would have tried to pitch it to me and told me all that, I would have been like, nah, I probably wouldn't even watched it. But my coworker was just telling me, oh, you should watch it. It's really good. Like, he just told me it's kind of like they're in the 80s, these kids, and it's kind of one of those old, it has that old school Spielberg kind of thing. I was like, okay, I'll watch it. Like, he didn't tell me anything about the the fucking monsters fucking running around.
But even like It Follows.
I mean, not the further, the Upside Down.
Upside Down.
Uh-huh.
Like, It Follows kind of, it's kind of out there.
Yeah, because the people can't see it that's following them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that one's just a little bit more contained. It's not as berserk.
Yeah, but I think it is they don't explain the, like, I mean, there's no like you don't have to have an explanation to why something's happening.
And the explanation that you get is only as much as the dude knows.
Yeah.
Like, he's not the one who created it. This is just when he's explaining it to the girl.
It's like, dude, just
have sex with somebody and pass it on. If not, it's gonna come back and get you. Like, he doesn't know where it came from or why, but he just knows what he knows.
Yeah, or like I mean, there's no information at all.
Yeah, so he's just going off his own experience, and it's cool because he's not explaining it like as if he was the creator. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And giving all the rules, because that's why you could find, like, I guess, I don't know, like, you know how later you're like, oh, what if you do this, or like, what if you have sex with a fucking animal, or like, does it fucking pass it on, or what if you do oral, anal, like, you know, it's kind of like, dude, I'm just telling you this happened to me. I'm telling you how to get rid of it. Like, you don't gotta fucking, I'm not the one who invented it, like, kind of thing. Yeah. It Follows is really good too. I like that.
But I mean, like, you can do stuff that is out there that it's not really in reality at all. It's just, you gotta do it right.
Yeah.
Like this one, I think they tried to explain.
They try to over-explain. I remember that too, for sure. I remember thinking, what the way they tied it all together, they really had an explanation for everything.
And they were sitting down like in a circle, like the classic.
It's like a round table.
Yeah, talking about how.
Yeah.
That's when also like when they were sitting around all together, and they're trying to explain, your son is. I was like, oh, dude, I don't. Like, okay, I don't care.
Yeah. I think they kind of. Well, because of where they were gonna go with it, they really did have some explaining to do, as far as once you take me into this other, I don't know, world. I guess I don't know, but
I mean, you like all this like what you could have done was like you could have had the dad, you know, like how the dad was sleeping at the office.
Yeah, what the school?
Yeah,
yeah.
Whatever.
The classroom.
Yeah. You could have had him maybe astral project a couple times, very like short. You know, where he sees himself.
They did do some flashbacks. Did you catch that when he was a kid? Did you see that, or maybe you were just thinking that he was seeing his son or dreaming of his son? But there was a couple black and white where I think where he was asleep, and it would flash back to him when he was, and it showed him like sleeping in his bed.
Oh, like him watching himself sleeping? Maybe I was on Instagram or something.
Or maybe he thought that he was looking at his kid. But I just caught that because I already knew like what it was about or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean like maybe like, you know, make it clear.
Yeah.
Like he sees himself sleeping at the office and he freaks out. Yeah. And you just have that little sprinkle through the movie.
Yeah.
And then have maybe the chick come and say, your son's in like a different area.
Maybe they try to figure it out together.
Yeah.
Somehow. But she just looked like she really had all the answers. Huh?
Yeah, she was like where she's kind of. It sounded like at first she was kind of unstoppable, pretty much. Mm-hmm. Like she's like, oh, you're stronger than them. Like, oh, did you fight them before too, or like how does she know?
Well, I mean,
but in the later ones,
she like later. I mean, you're probably not gonna watch them, especially the second ones. It takes a dip, and then it kind of goes up in the third one. The second one to me took a dip, but it had a lot of explaining though. But yeah, she's like in the further and shit in the second one, and she is kind of like the kind of, I don't know, like the kind of savior kind of. She's in that world and she's kind of battling, fighting kind of in a way. Okay. Not like physically, but...
Okay, I know, but I mean, this is like the first one, like the first movie you did. Yeah. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, if I have to go to the second movie just to justify the first one, you kind of...
but there's some cool stuff in the second one about the explanation. But
yeah. My pick next.
Yeah, your pick is next. So, do you already have something in mind?
I have something in mind, but You're
just not set yet.
Well,
do you have a couple candidates?
Well, one I want to do Puppet Master.
Okay, what I was gonna say.
I just don't know how that's gonna hold.
Why is it like pretty old?
Because I remember. I think it was either going to Super Duper or Blockbuster when I was a kid. And I was renting all, like, the whole series of, like, Puppet Master all the time.
Let me look up the year. I just don't want to see, like, too much, though. Or you tell me the year. I don't know. Is it?
Oh, man. The score's not looking good.
Fuck yeah. Let's just... Well, this is the thing. If you go in there with that kind of... If you prepare
1989.
Yourself... Okay. If
that was the first one.
Like, I'm down to go in there, but just prepare myself that it's just gonna be something, you know. I should probably give me one of those. What do we call them? Good bad movies or bad good movies?
Oh snap! Maybe, dude. I remember loving them when I was a kid.
That's another thing. When you're young and you watch something, it's really like, you know, you're so impressionable that you have that childhood bias.
Yeah, but
we've talked about that before.
Yeah, Godzilla.
I love that shit. Mortal Kombat.
That was a 1999 Godzilla.
Yeah, I remember thinking, "Oh, this is so dope," and then later,
Have you watched it?
yeah, but it's not as bad as far as the I'm saying the way Godzilla looked.
He looked like a,
but like Jurassic Park. Those still hold up. Godzilla, I think, kind of still holds up.
Nah, dude.
Not as bad as Mortal Kombat. Like I went back and
Yeah,
watched
Mortal
it.
Kombat
I was like, what?
rough.
But I remember loving that shit. And the second one, Annihilation or whatever.
Yeah,
and
I think I remember.
Dude, I remember even Street Fighter with fucking Van Damme and shit.
Yeah.
I remember thinking, oh, this shit is awesome. And you go back, you're kind of like, ugh, it's kind of
kinda
rough. Yeah. Fuck, back then, if you would have gave it 100 if you would have told me when I was like 8 years old and shit.
So I'm nervous about.
No, I mean, let me know if that's.
Yeah, I'll probably pick Puppet Master.
Yeah.
I'll just be prepared to be like, oh, dude, I was young and dumb.
Yeah, I kind of
straight a kid.
Because if it's shit, bro, you're gonna don't drop the ball. But what I was gonna say is that now we're gonna start, since we are getting closer. I want to start
doing heat.
Yeah, even if we pre-record them a lot right now and then drop them later.
Yeah.
Who knows, you know? But we got to start bringing out some of the big ones. Like Tremors right here. We have Tremors on in the background.
Yeah. Tremors 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, just.
Which I mean, I was just kidding about it being a good movie. I was just kidding.
The scores on Puppet Master is looking really,
I didn't even see it.
Really rough, but
I don't know.
Let's do it.
I'm telling you, bro. I always, every time there's a movie and I look at the score and I'm like, ugh. I always try to tell myself that I really like the Elm Street remake, and that one had like a 15 or something.
Did it really?
That one had like a 15 on Rotten Tomatoes, I think.
Okay, well, this one has more than that. So.
Yeah. Hey, and I went back and watched some clips on YouTube. Bro, that movie is fucking solid. I don't know why it didn't.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people say like, oh, it's okay. And then, like I remember, I think I came across a post and somebody said, I just didn't like the face. And I was like, yeah, you know, I fucking like this movie. But the same thing, I was like, the co-host said the same thing. So I don't know. I just really.
He looks like a rat or something, dude.
Yeah, I like that dude though. He's in Shutter Island. Have you seen Shutter Island?
And people like, yeah, with Leonard.
Yeah, he's the dude in the cell who's talking, kind of talking shit, and I guess Leonardo fucked him up. You know what I'm talking about?
I haven't seen that movie.
Yeah, no,
I just
went
remember
back
like like there was like Holocaust looks. Was it Holocaust going on? Was it like a?
It's kind of in that time period, huh?
Because I remember like Leonardo was like.
It's Leonardo and Mark Ruffalo. They're like federal agents or something.
Well, isn't. But he's like an actual inmate, right?
Yeah. But he thinks.
Hashtag spoiler alert.
Hashtag super spoiler right there. Yeah. I just watched it. It's really good, dude. Martin Scorsese directed it. That's a solid.
I remember a scene where like there's like just dead bodies.
It could be. Because he trips out sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, the dude who plays Freddy or whatever is in there. Because you could tell in his voice. And I don't know. Because I didn't want them to try to do Robert Englund and use that same mask again. Like, you know what I mean?
How about just doing...
Well, what are your thoughts on them possibly making another one?
Elm Street?
Yeah, watch. I'll show you the.
Is it Robert Englund?
I don't think it even has like. I don't even think it's that far along. Which I doubt. I think he's done. Don't you? He's old now. I doubt it would be him, but. So this is supposed to be some. Okay, so who knows how legit these are, right? Or how legit if there are gonna be a movie. Well, I know for sure Halloween is in the works. I heard Stranger 2 is also in the works, but this is like a Friday the 13th, and this is a. I don't even know if these movies are legit, let alone these posters.
Are legit.
I doubt that these are like the real. This is obviously the same first poster.
Yeah.
Just with that. This I doubt it's even that far along, which it kind of doesn't look that bad. But this.
I don't know, dude. like I have a.
I really like the 2010 Nightmare on Elm Street.
I just have a thing like when you do these old movies like now.
Yeah.
Right? Like I mean, like in Halloween, the new Halloween, is it gonna be present time?
Who knows? Oh, what I did read, I think it's supposed to. I don't think it is necessarily present time. I think it's supposed to take place right after the second one.
See, I mean, you have to do because like cell phones, dude. You're just hashtag Michael Myers. You're over. You're walking way too slow. I'm gonna call my homie, tell him what's happening.
I'm calling 911, huh?
Yeah.
But
there's no like cutting the cable to the landline.
But you could take somebody's cell phone, right? Have you seen the movie Hush? Have you heard of it?
I think no, maybe not.
So you got to do something with the phone right away. You gotta like, if you're fucking around, like if say the chick's in the shower, you gotta take your phone or something. All right, like let's say if you're playing with your food, you gotta do something like that. You gotta really.
But the thing is, like you can't really stalk. Like in Halloween 1,
yeah,
he was stalking
like from
Laurie.
house to house and all that stuff.
Or like even he was like at the. Like he was at the windows and all that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like now, dude, I'm snapping a little flick. I'm gonna catch you on proof.
We're gonna catch you on live.
Yeah.
Because back then you just cut the landline or whatever, and you're set. You know, now they don't want to come out the house. Now you're just stalking.
Yeah, you go to the phone that's connected to a wall, and then you pick it up and you have no dial tone, and you're like, oh snap, I'm helpless. Now.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they're gonna do something like.
And then like how Laurie's like, oh dude, did you see him? And then everybody's like, dude, you're tripping out.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm taking a picture to show everybody that I'm not tripping out. Can't really.
Yeah, we'll see how they do it. Maybe but I read somewhere that it was supposed to be somewhere after the second one. So.
And then like Friday the 13th is also kind of hard, right? Because.
Well, this is what you could do with Friday the 13th is that you could be out in the woods, camp, and you don't have service or something. That's the only thing.
But I mean, there's kind of service everywhere.
Not really. Bro, if you go to Mount High, the service is shit. Imagine if you're in one of those woods. Or Big Bear, I remember the service is shit.
Well, I get good service at Big Bear.
I don't know. Bro, it's kind of
See, that's the thing, though. That's what I'm saying.
But, like, in the woods, though, you could go. I bet you if we go up these mountains right here in the woods.
But, like, if you have a camp, the camp's going to have service.
I don't know. But that's the only thing. Because, I mean, there's still places with bad service. And especially you could throw that.
What, are you going Pacific Northwest in the.
No,
deep
but I'm saying, like.
In the
bro, you could
jungle?
I could be at fucking. My school and the service sucks.
And I know, but you walk 5 feet left. And then you
what
get 100% service.
If you're in the middle of the woods or in the mountains. I bet you if we go up the mountains, you're gonna lose service, bro. That always happens. I went not too long ago. Tried to go to Jacob's Grave. Service starts to kind of fuck up. But I'm saying you could get away with that. Like nobody's gonna be like, nah, bullshit. You're supposed to have 5 fucking bars right there. It's kind of like you don't know where they're at. Like these people right here. Have you seen Wrong Turn?
You know what movie I recently saw?
Huh?
What is it? Devil's Crossing? Devil's Peak? Devil's Canyon?
I don't think I've seen that.
Dude, Jesus.
It was bad. Mind you, we're kind of already
over
Insidious. So
yeah.
if you guys are just here for that, just tune out.
It was like Devil's. Was it Devil's Canyon? It was like some found footage.
That says a TV program. It's like seasons. Shit. Was it a TV show?
No, it was like a movie. Devil's.
Hey, did you ever see Wrong Turn?
Wrong Turn?
I think that's what this is, right?
Is it? I don't know.
That's actually. It's kind of like Hills Have Eyes, I guess.
It was like it's like a found footage movie about
Don't tell me The Devil Inside.
No, it was like these. It's kind of like how like this, where like they were exploring. They were trying to track
The homie just
these
Jesus Christ.
these Russians that I guess went on a little expedition, and like they're trying to find like how they died, like what happened, and then it gets real bad.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think I've ever seen that.
It was bad, bro.
Oh shit! This girl just ate shit.
But yeah, so puppet mash.
Puppet master for the
Puppet
next
master for the next. I hope it's not as.
All right,
I mean, it could be bad, but I mean, just hope it's not like.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in and try to have fun with it. I don't want to go in there.
Well, bro, it's a puppet.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna. I don't want to go in there to pick it apart and.
Well,
yeah, this is wrong turn.
What I remember with it was.
Maybe you shouldn't say.
Yeah.
Nah, just don't say it. And I'll probably watch it soon. Oh, here's another thing I want to talk about. It's kind of like recent news or whatever. Jeepers Creepers 3 is coming out for one night only in theaters. But guess it. Check this out. I had no idea about this, but the reason why it's I don't know if you know what I'm talking about already, but I didn't even know this watching the first two. But the reason why it's only in theaters for one night, and they were gonna have like some premieres, I think in LA or something, and it got canceled because of protesters, is that this dude, what's his name? Like, I don't want to say. Let me get his name. I think it's Victor Salva. If I. Have you seen Funhouse or Clown House?
Clown House? No.
Yeah, his name is Victor Salva. So I'm like, what the fuck? Why is this shit getting canceled? And why is it in theaters only like for one night? I guess this dude, when he made this movie Clown House, one of the little boys, he like molested this dude or did some sexual acts. I think he was under the age of 13 or something, and he like videotaped it and shit. So that when the feds busted him, like he ended up pleading guilty, and he had like videos with the kid and then like other like child porn shit, and he ended up getting sentenced to like 3 years or something, but he only did like a year and a half. And then he came out and he did the movie Powder. Like he did a lot of other ones. He did Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2, but so I guess there's just a lot of protesters like, but back then I had no idea when I seen like the first Jeepers Creepers. Have you ever heard of this story?
No.
Me neither until now.
Wait, when did he get caught? Did he get
caught in like the 90s, like before
Jeepers Creepers was?
But somebody said like that they remember there being a kind of like an outrage, like a backlash when Powder was released. I guess
I remember Powder. Powder was kind of weird.
Yeah, but I remember somebody was commenting saying like, yeah, I remember when Powder was released and there was all this backlash because of that. I think that might have been his first movie after, but I was like, dude, that should just kind of like turn me like
kills the whole Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, I don't even like. Now I'm on board. I'm like, I'm not gonna support this fool. Like, so like.
Is he still in jail?
No, he's out. Like he's.
Oh well, he Jeepers Creepers 3, right?
Yeah. No, he only did like, I don't know, like a year or something.
What?
Yeah, I know, that's weird, right?
How
Then I looked it up and
how young was the kid?
I think he was under, because you know how it's like, I think under the age of 13 it said or something, or 12 or something. So he was a kid.
So
and they show like, I looked up the kid or whatever. I think he only did like one movie after that. And,
I mean, if it was like under the age of like 18, you're kind of like, was he 17? You know?
Nah, but he was a kid. And you see him in that movie and stuff. He came out in his movie Clown House. And then I was like, oh, and he fucking videotaped it and all that shit.
Yeah.
And then they fucking found all this other shit. I'm like, I can't support that no more, dog.
Yeah.
Like, I was kind of amped for it. I was like, oh, when the fuck is Jeepers Creepers 3 coming out? I had no idea. The only thing I could see is like buying a ticket for another movie and
then
just going in. But it's just kind of tuning me out now, bro. I'm not.
Dude, I was watching Jeepers Creepers the other day.
I kind of like the first one. The second one was like whatever, but they're just kind of like fun.
The second one was they're like school the school bus.
Yeah. But I remember being like, oh shit, like.
Dude, I watched Jeepers Creepers in theaters.
Yeah, look this shit up after this episode. You'll be like, holy shit. So.
When did Powder came out when
like 95 or something.
That
like that
live action Pinocchio one, right? When what's his name?
Oh no, Powder was 99.
When did the live action Pinocchio?
I don't even know what you're talking about. What the hell was that?
With the.
No, Powder was 1995. Okay, I was right. With Jeff Goldblum and
Pinocchio. It was with the kid from Home Improvement.
Oh, what's his name? Jonathan Taylor Thomas or something like that?
Was it Zachary? I don't want to say Zachary. Yeah, something Taylor Thomas, dude. Was it him? I don't know now.
Yeah. Why? What about it though?
Because I think I saw that live action Pinocchio in theaters, and I remember seeing like a powdered poster. I think. Was that like the same?
It could be because this is saying 96. That's around the same time. Saying 96, the other one's saying 95. So.
Oh, and that found footage movie is called Devil's Pass.
Oh, you found it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is that kid though, Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
You never saw that movie?
I don't think so. I couldn't say for sure. It kind of looks like familiar. Now that I'm seeing some of the stuff, but I couldn't say.
I think I have it on like VHS.
Yeah. But fuck it. I know we're kind of running this kind of long.
Yeah, 1:30.
Yeah, well, because we had to touch into that news.
Hashtag pedophile news.
Hashtag. I'm kind of off board now. The Jeepers Creepers train, bro.
I shouldn't have told me that whole story, bro. Because I was like straight enjoying Jeepers Creepers. And
and the third one like came out and it kind of looked dope. And I'm like, nah, I kind of don't want to watch your movies anymore. And like straight guilty did time. But
maybe
bro, that's crazy, bro. Like a little like under the age of.
Well, Roman Polanski, right?
That dude's a weirdo too.
I mean, but I still watch Rosemary's Baby. You know, so. Yeah. I mean, maybe I wouldn't. Okay,
so it says Salva pleaded guilty to lewd and whatever lewd and lascivious or what is it? Conduct oral sex with a person under 14 and procuring a child for pornography. He was sentenced to 3 years in prison, which he served 15 months. He completed parole in 1992. So.
And now that dude's just making movies.
Yeah. But I didn't see this till now. Which is crazy. But straight convicted child molester. On video and shit. So.
Yeah, I mean. I'll watch his movies. I just won't pay. I wouldn't give him money about it.
That's what I'm thinking. I might do something like that. Just because I want to see what's up, where this Jeepers Creepers thing goes on. But I for sure wouldn't like.
Actually buy a ticket.
Nah, I'd rather fucking buy it for some other shit. But who knows? Maybe I won't even enjoy it anymore.
And if I buy a ticket, I will buy a ticket for another movie.
Yeah. Fucking, I'd rather give my money to something else. And then just kind of stick in. That's the only thing I was thinking. Like, I was gonna ask you, but I don't know. I think we're probably just out of time. I was gonna just get it to like, what if you found out like the director writer of your favorite movie was a child molester? Does that ruin the movie? Like, I don't know what I'd do, bro, if like John Carpenter.
Well, I mean, like, because I'm trying to think, like, because Roman Polanski, I like Rosemary's Baby.
I haven't seen it, but I think my sister told me it was good. I remember my sister.
But I mean, that dude's a creep too.
Yeah, he had a girlfriend or something, right? Was that
No,
the
he
dude?
he was like a child molester too, and then
Oh, was
he
he?
fled to
Oh yeah,
Paris.
yeah. I remember that story. For sure, I remember the story, but I just thought he was. I thought he had a young girlfriend or something.
Straight took that straight dipped out of America so he couldn't get charged.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, but I still enjoy that movie.
Yeah. What if like Kubrick was this fucking?
See, you know what the thing is? Maybe it's because they make good movies that
Yeah.
you're like, oh, dude, this is a good movie though. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, if it was like the dude that made Insidious, I would never watch Insidious
Bro,
again.
go to hell or what?
Yeah, dude. It's, you know, like if it's something that I don't like at all,
Yeah.
just he makes just shit movies.
Yeah.
And it's like, ah, dude, you're not even like talented, dude.
Yeah, like bro, give him life.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's that. It's just fucking going on
You know,
an hour and a half.
yeah. I mean, it's kind of like Michael Jackson, right? Kind of like I don't know.
A lot of people still wanted to like him, right?
I mean, whereas like
Or Bill Cosby.
you don't really know, but I mean, you're just like, but his music is so good, you know.
Yeah.
And you still bump his music, but it's like,
Yeah.
you know.
It's true. Like, damn, that's like some hits, huh?
Yeah, but like, who's like a shit artist?
Like a dude, I don't know, Trinidad James or something.
Like if you found out he was like a child molester, you'd be like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like,
especially, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So when people are big fans, like they kind of want to look the other way or be like, no, let's maybe it wasn't how it looks, or
well, I don't think
justifications.
I don't think it's just.
But they still enjoy their stuff. You can't just stop you from enjoying it, I guess. Or I guess you could say this, like, oh, this person's a piece of shit, but the movie was good. But you can talk shit about them as a human, but just say the work that they did was good. Like if you could separate it, you know. But yeah, but I don't know about this dude anymore.
I mean, the thing is, Jeepers Creepers like it's not like a
and
great.
Plus,
it's like an average.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not like I'm a big fan of this dude anyway. That's why I had like no problems being like, yeah, you know, I'm just not even gonna support it.
You know, it's like an average movie, right? Like if Kubrick would have been like
yeah,
then you'd be like, you know, maybe he kind of deserves a little reward or what?
Yeah.
No, joking.
Yeah, just joking, yeah.
No, but you're like, you know, he makes good movies.
Yeah. You try to separate the two, like the movies and the person.
Yeah.
When you're a fan of them or something, you know.
But it's not even a fan though. It's just like if you just make like legitimate good movies, right?
Yep.
But I mean, if you make average movies and you're a straight horrible person, then it's like, dude, just get out of here. You know?
Put them on an island.
Go to jail.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right.
So this was episode 28.
28, I believe.
Next episode, Puppet Master. Puppet Master just to be.
Yeah, we're just
clear.
fucking around.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not that dog shit though.
Yeah, no, I hope so.
If not, if it is bad, then I'll probably just pick something that's probably gonna be bad. No, but I want to, like we said, we want to start getting into those. Not to keep repeating ourselves, but those other more known movies that obviously, you know, we haven't done already.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right.
All right.
See you guys next time.
Laters.